Hey YouTube! Yeah, so you've seen this before? Well, maybe, but not recently. This is my Washburn D32S, and my great idea for, I've kind of failed at, to be honest, of trying to learn how to play acoustic a little bit more. I've not really played that much acoustic. I wish I had. I've kind of done a few acoustic guitars and I've fixed them up. Yeah, so this looks very similar to the D30, but if you look there, that's a little bit different. Look at that. Something in there. There's something in this. No, maybe not. Yeah, so this is made in Japan. The other one's still got a Japan sticker, so it's definitely Japan, not Jamaica. Yeah, so this is solid cedar top and a Macassar ebony back and sides. The other one, the D30, is it's maple back and sides, and I don't think the neck's quite this colour. A very similar guitar though. Basically, I'm going to do a comparison video. The reason I'm not doing it just now is because I dug this out and the strings on it are actually okay. I'm not sure if the case that this one was in, I kept it in, is a really cool case. I think it might be airtight. So maybe the strings haven't oxidised. They're maybe not as bright as it could be. These are phosphor bronze strings. Either that or I've forgotten that I'd looked this out relatively. I definitely haven't played it even 2020. I definitely haven't played this guitar. So I don't know why the strings have survived so well. This is the one that I figured was much better. The reason I never played the D30 was because this one was just the same but much better, even though it's only two more. So quite a desirable one. I can't remember the serial numbers, and these are on the inside. I'll need to look it up and see what it was. I think sort of late 80s, early 90s. I think it's something sort of, was it 88 to 92 or 94 that the 30 was out, and this is a kind of the brother. I've actually found an advert recently, well, not a recent advert, but like a magazine advert with the two of these. What did they call it? They've got their own series, which I've forgotten what it is. There's kind of the two of them, are the sort of brothers. The sound hole in this one's much smaller though. I wonder if that's something to do with like, because it's Macassar ebony back and sides rather than being maple. I wonder if the maple one's got a bigger sound hole to make it bassier and less trebly. I think this is a more normal sized sound hole. Anyway, amazing acoustic. It's so bright and alive. So actually it's becoming more alive the more I play it. I think the strings, although they're quite old, they're in quite good nick, and I think just playing them a little bit's kind of making the whole thing up. Also, I think, like I always say with guitars, more so with acoustics, just playing it kind of vibrates all the dust out of the pores on the inside and all that, so it just seems to get brighter. so I'm kind of making this a sort of what do you call it? Like a Mad Malco show rather than just being a guitar. So there's the Washburn D32S for solid top. Fantastic guitars, totally awesome, even though I'm not much of an acoustic fan. It's kind of difficult to make an acoustic exciting. I mean, obviously from the front it's kind of not that interesting, but you start putting the fancy, I mean, look at that, that wood just looks amazing. There's definitely something in it though. I can hear it rattling. Nothing as big as a pick, so it's just something else. Yeah, so I kind of wanted to say, I've a couple of things. I keep getting, see if you're commenting on my videos and I'm not replying, it's because I'm not seeing it. Some of the videos I keep getting, happened twice last night. I get two sort of interesting comments asking me something, and then it came up in my notifications, but when I click on it, it's just not there. So I don't know what YouTube are playing at. So if I don't answer something, it's maybe because I haven't seen it or it doesn't show up. It's maybe not the best system. Yeah, so that. Also, t-shirts. I've bought 20 t-shirts. I've not yet decided on what size to get. So if anybody wants a t-shirt in any particular colour, I can get pink. The guy at Blitzkrieg shop, I'm wearing one of his t-shirts just now. So these will actually be Blitzkrieg branded, made in Glasgow, written on the back of them, which I really much prefer. I lost interest in the Zazzle thing. I didn't like the idea of, they were very expensive. They were coming at about 25 quid or something like that. And I was getting like, $4.50 or something for it. It's like, it didn't really seem worth it. I seem to be getting milked, so I've not done anything with that site. Although I did quite like the high vis one. I thought that was pretty cool. So I'm gonna have a look at colours. This is an XL size. I'm quite fat though, so I don't know if anyone wants to get sizes. I don't know. I should maybe just buy. Do I just buy XL one? Does anyone really want smaller ones than that? If anyone wants a smaller one, give me a shout in the next couple of days before the end of the week, because I'm going to order them. And if they want a particular colour, I think all the primary colours are there. There's definitely pink and there's definitely black. And the guy at Blitzkrieg has totally nailed the logo. Because here's my it doesn't say Mad Malco Guitars, it just said Mad Malco. That's my mask that I got specially made. I think it was more of a sort of tester. I can actually even get any colour writing on it, I think, by the looks of things. So I'm going to have a look. I might just buy, I'm buying 20, and I buy sort of, I need to think, but if anyone wants one, give me a shout, and they'll be much cheaper than the Zazzle ones. I'm not sure about with postage, and I need to work it out, and something like 15 quid, something like that. I need to look at see how much postage is. But they're good quality t-shirts. This was my sample one, which I got for free. Yay! So and obviously, and I think, as I said before, this is definitely, that Blitzkrieg's not meant to be level. That's meant to be at an angle. To go with the Mad Malco ones will be level. Yeah. So the other thing I want to talk about is yesterday I was doing my EB6. I got that checker plate stuff. Well, here's EB6 a little bit closer. As you can see, a lot has gone into it, but I cut the checker plate up and there we go. So that's where I'm at just now. I cut that out last night using I found a jigsaw. I was going to use the angle grinder, and then I was looking at it and I thought, I'm sure I found jigsaw blades in one of the boxes in the attic. I did, and one of them was a brand new metal blade, and it cut it lovely. I used French curves on this one, which are, I don't have, I've put them back through in the garage to get. So it's an interesting shape. Had things to cover up, holes to cover. But my original plan was I was going to paint this black, but I think I'm going to make it first, and then just put pickups in it, and then see whether I like it as the checker plate. It's quite cool. I used to have a guitar called an Epiphone Goth Extreme, which was like an SG, apart from it had pointy bits on it that kind of made it look like it almost looked like if BC Rich made an SG kind of thing. And it had a checker plate, scratch plate, and I was really disappointed when I got it. It was plastic, not actual metal. Also, it had Floyd Rose in it, and it wasn't. They're not very good guitars. They do look really cool. I didn't pay very much for it, but and I think it Grover tuners, and it might even have branded pickups, but it was there was something wrong with the actual concept of it. It didn't. But BC Riches generally, well, real BC Riches generally work quite well. And this thing was just kind of like, it was all look and no substance. I've sort of started doing the top there. It's got the lacquer's gone kind of lumpy, so I'm going to have to sand it and do it again. But that's it now. Got a veneer on it. It looks really shit in the video. It looks better in real life. It looks like I've just wiped my nose all over it. Yeah. So the pickup I was looking at, remember I was saying it had a cool name. It was a Super Ferrite made in the USA, PV. So I was thinking that for the neck. And then just a standard humbucker, which I don't have lying about there. What I was actually thinking, actually, I'm just going to pause this for 2 seconds. Yeah, and now unpaused. I've actually got a pair of P90s. So I wonder if would P90s be pretty cool in a baritone EB6? Yeah, it's like, and there's enough room to take them as well. I think I might put P90s in this. I think that's going to look rather fantastic. Also sound fantastic. Yeah, so that my PV Super Ferrite. One of the things I'm kind of worried about this is I don't really know what it's going to be like. It's a total unknown entity, and if I actually, no, I was going to say, like, once you've cut a hole out for that, that should kind of stuck. If the pickup sounds rubbish, I don't like it. I've already got a hole that size, but I mean, I think I could just extend it a little bit to take a P90 if I didn't like it. But I think I would put 3 in. No, I think, yeah. And I've been thinking about the wiring as well. As I said before, all these pots are all ancient and knackered. So I've got 2 volumes and 2 tones, a 3-way selector with the 2 pickups. I have to use 2 wee micro switches to fill in these holes. So I'll make one of them. Oh, if I'm using 2 P90s, I'll make it either a phase or a. I'm assuming these are these opposite wind? It's kind of hard to tell. Wires went twisted together, be able to tell. Are these going to be both? I think these, if I stick both of these in series, I'll get a big humbucker. So, but I can decide, if that doesn't work, I can change it quite easily just by going into the back without taking it into bits. So I'll make it a phase, or I'll make this one a phase or a series, but humbucker switch. And it's got 2 outputs, so I'm just going to leave it as 2 outputs, and I'll make this switch a stereo mono switch. So it'll just bypass this and send it to 2 outputs. And it's like, for one of the few people that actually want, Billy Sheehan used to do it, or still does it, has like one bass coming through one amp on one side of the stage, and then the other pickup coming through the other amp. And I run it quite a lot, running the bass and the guitar amps at the same time, so I'll be able to split them up, and I can maybe have like, you know, like a bassy set, a clean bass sound, and then a fuzzed guitar sound together, which might sound quite interesting. This guitar did actually sound really good when I had it working. I don't think I did any videos on it. I think it was before I even started YouTube. The strings were so old I had to throw them out years ago, and then I robbed all the parts off it and all these things, so it should be quite, I think this will be pretty cool. Yeah, so that was really it. Is that all the things I was going to say? I think it is. So I'll have a wee jam with the acoustic to jam us out. 14 minutes, fine. I'm using my this mic because this isn't an electroacoustic. So I noticed that, see, in the last video, this is really loud for me because I'm sitting right in front of a 15-inch speaker, which I'm blocking from the mic. So that's why I'm shouting, even though it probably doesn't sound like I should be. Actually, that was the best. I'm very interested to do a comparison video of the sounds of these two. I'll do what I've been doing with it, hitting the pause and switching between the two. Once I kind of, because I'm such a cheap bam, I kind of don't want to get rid of these strings because they're all right. But these are phosphor bronze ones and at least a year old, even though they seem all right. Whereas the ones I've been using on the other guitar are those the other not phosphor bronze. I can't remember what they're called. You get two different types of acoustic strings. Is it nickel there? I can't remember. But they're such a live sounding guitars, the two of them. Actually, when I was comparing, I had my my original Yamaha, which sounded really good. Sounds very different though. I mean, it's quite amazing how different acoustics can sound just by being made of different things. The Yamaha's got like I assume it's a mahogany back and sides and a Sitka spruce top, whereas this one and the other Washburn are cedar, which is apparently really bad for dents, which is this one does have quite a few dents in it, but yeah. Yeah, so I'm now going to spend the next wee while, I'm going to have lunch and I'm going to sit and decide whether I'm going to put P90s in the EB6 or not. I don't want to rush it. I'm going to wait for the lacquer on the headstock to dry a bit more, and then I'm going to sand it down and then maybe lacquer it again and try and get it smooth, because it does look, although it doesn't look that bad in person, it looks really bad in the video. It looks really lumpy. It doesn't really look that, it's really showing up how bad it looks. But it looks better than it did before anyway. And maybe once it's got tuners on it and the logo back on the head and stuff, it won't look quite so rubbish. Yeah. I forgot to mention this bass I've actually gigged before. At one point, I bought a fretless Yamaha bass off Jethro Tull's manager, over in Edinburgh, and it was kind of the modern sort of bass shape. I didn't like the shape of it, so I think it might have been when that neck was on. I said I made a double neck out of a kitchen worktop. Well, I used that body and I put a Yamaha 24 fret bass neck on it. Had to move things about a little bit. That's kind of one. And then I had to extend the neck pocket to make it take it, and then I kind of filled it in. And it's been a few things, but I actually did a gig with that bass, but with a fretless neck on it. Before I decided really why I'm fretless. There's not really any music I like that's got fretless in it. I don't necessarily really like the sound. I think maybe one day I might build a fretless and fretted double neck bass, because then I think that might be quite interesting. Just having it for a wee bit of a song rather than being stuck on the fretless bass. So what do you think? P90s or super ferrite or humbuckers for that? I think P90s might be pretty cool. I do actually have a guitar that these P90s were meant to go in, so I need to buy more. These are just ones I bought from China. You can get them really cheap, but they're actually they sound really good. Modern Chinese pickup, assuming I can still get them, where they're super fantastically, what a great idea Brexit thing, where I'm not sure how imports work, because I'm not sure China was really going to make any difference to stuff coming from China. I don't think they had a deal with the EU anyway. But the pickup, the P90s you get from China are really good. To be honest, as are most of the cheapy pickups. It's like, you think, if you're sitting there, I'm not going to buy a pair of humbuckers for sort of 12, 15 quid. They're not going to be any good. And the truth is, they're really good. It's just the ones that you're used to seeing from the last 20 years, where we've been buying Squires and Epiphones and all that, they put intentionally bad pickups in them. The ones you get from, if you buy them, like eBay China for like a tenner each or a tenner for the pair sometimes, they are actually better pickups. They're fine. I don't think there's not really any point in making rubbish ones. They're not trying to sell you a more expensive guitar, they're just trying to sell you a decent pickup. Rock on! Stay safe, have fun, have a think. If anyone wants a t-shirt, give me a shout. I'm going to buy, I've kind of already committed to buying 20 of them anyway, and if I suppose if nobody buys them, I'll just have 20 more t-shirts. I might just get one in every single different colour. So if anyone wants like I don't think they do any bigger than XL. I mean, XL is really the size I need. putting on weight by not doing any exercise anymore. But I could maybe get a couple of L's. Maybe, I don't know. And get one in crazy colours. Make it, well, black with like sort of green writing on it might be quite cool, eh? Rockin', catch y'all later.